So, Unrivaled Basketball. What is Unrivaled Basketball? It is going to be a brand new league. I think it's like initially starting off 3-on-3, a little bit like the Big Three. I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually becomes 5v5 or what. I'm not sure what they're going to do. But what the point of the league is, it is a league trying to make it so that the top WNBA players do not have to go overseas, that they can get paid. I think, as far as I'm aware, they're going to be getting paid more than in the WNBA. So they don't need to go overseas. Like Fee Collier was playing, who obviously it's been set up by like Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart. Like two of the biggest names in the WNBA have been setting up the league. And you can see right here, for view players, nobody's technically announced yet. But these, obviously, the first two players are going to be announced are Breanna Stewart, and Nafisa Collier is going to be the next one. But it is a 3-on-3 league, as far as I'm aware. And the hope is to mean the players don't have to go overseas. Like, I think both of them in the last 2 years have played for Fenerbahce. But before we get on to things, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're only 9 subscribers off getting to 19k. If we could do that by the end of the day, that's insane. We're trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the WNBA season. Well, the Olympic break. So, you can see right here. This is a article about the league. New basketball league. Unrivaled lands star-studded investor lineup aims to pay the highest average salary in women's pro league sports. So it says here, founded by these two players, had as a closed round of funding from sports and media investors. Star-studded investor lineup includes former ESPN president John Skipper and former Warner Bros. CEO Ann Sarnoff, as well as athletes including Megan Rapinoe and Steve Nash. The league, which will have a new format, is expected to launch in January. Will offer its players equity in the league, the highest average salary in women's pro sports league history. To be fair, sorry. The highest average salary, yeah. That was like, no one's paying what Russia used to pay. Nobody's paying what Russia used to pay Taurasi to play basketball. And in league, yeah, I mean, obviously, tennis is the highest paid sport by a mile, but a new women's basketball league is attracting star-studded team investors. Unrivaled League was founded. That's basically everything I've said. It also says Carmelo Anthony is an investor in the league, and people are saying they think it's going to be a good investment. So a lot of people were talking about this league when it first came out. Like, you're seeing how many investors there are in the league. So the heightened interest in women's sports, I think a lot of people were genuinely talking. Like, I've heard people actually trying to say, being like, oh, this is going to be a closed shop. They're not going to invite Caitlin Clark. No, they're going to invite Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Like, that is part of the reason why they got so much investment. Obviously, this has been in the work for years. Part of the reason why this year they have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know how certain I am of this. I think Breanna Stewart talked about it. I could be wrong. I think it is 9 million they have I think the salaries are going to be 9 million over 3 years. I think, if I'm not, I could be wrong, but I think it is 3 million a year for salaries, which is obviously for 30 players is 100k, which isn't that much. I'm definitely wrong with that. But there's only 30 players in the league. So, like, they're going to bring the most marketable names. They just are. Like, this is a league that's starting. This is not the WNBA. This is not where you find the best of the best. This is the Showcase League. This is where they're going to make their money. This is where you plaster Caitlin Clark's face everywhere. Like, obviously, the two founders are going to be the first two players announced. If you're smart, you do one of two things in the announcing. You do one of two things. So I just want to see what they have. They literally just have no names. They're $40 for a t-shirt. Oh, wow. $40 for a t-shirt that just says the word Unrivaled? $45? Jesus Christ. I wouldn't mind supporting the league, but I'm not paying that amount of money. Especially because I have to pay import duty and shite for Ireland to get to Ireland. But if they're smart, the first announcement, obviously, is going to be Breanna Stewart. The second announcement is going to be Fee Collier. You make the third announcement, Angel Reese. You make the fourth announcement, like, Aja Wilson. The fifth announcement, like, if you're going to do it one a day, you're probably not going to do it one a day. But, like, you just keep announcing them all. And number 22 is going to be Caitlin Clark. You don't make it till 30, because then it's obvious. Because then people are going to be like, oh, they're waiting till 30. If you make it 22, obviously it's her number. And then just randomly, it's going to be just like, oh my God, Caitlin Clark announced for this league. You know, everyone knows she's going to be there. Because you need to have... Look, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are going to be in the league. But you need to have some sort of a story. This is the entertainment league. Heck, I don't think 5-on-5 basketball is going to be played here. This is the entertainment league. It says here, Clark's rookie contract is going to be this. Wembanyama signed a $55 million deal. I want to see, is there anything about the contracts? Because she did say something about the league. So yeah, it's a 3-on-3 league. As a thing, it is a 3-on-3 league. So this is not going to be like for the best of the best. This is going to be their showcase league. Which obviously means you're going to have Caitlin Clark in it. All salaries will be 6 figures. Okay, it says the top stars will be able to earn no, sorry, that's WNBA. I want to see, is there anywhere where it says the number? I don't know why I thought there was something for the number. Maybe I've just missed it. Is there any of these articles here? Obviously, is a more recent one. I don't know why I thought there was that much, but again, like, look, apparently it's going to be the highest paid sports league, which means all players are getting 6 figures, which is not going to be bad. But you are going to be looking at Clark having to be there. If I'm looking at hyping the league up, you're going to have to bring 15 of the best players. But let's just say a hypothetical. If your choice is, do you bring Ariel Atkins, who's good, or do you bring Kate Martin? You probably would bring Kate Martin. Like, there are going to be players like Kate Martin should be in the league. Cam Brink won't be back, so there's no point. All the college players like Van Lith and Page aren't going to be able to play. So if you're looking for the hype, as far as rookies go, I'd bring 5 of the rookie class. I'd bring Rickea Jackson. I'd bring Cardoso. I'd bring Clark, Reese, and Kate Martin. And then 25 of the best players in the league. And you're also not going to get them all, by the way. Because for a lot of players, the overseas contract is going to be too big. So if you're looking at your, like, let's just say hypothetically, your Megan Gustafsons. If she was asked to play, she'd be playing overseas. Caitlin Clark, you don't know what she wants. But, like, if you look at EuroLeague, Euro Cup, like Dana Evans, I think, was she the Besiktas' best player last season? But there's a lot of players that are going to choose to play overseas. Especially some of the players that are based in nice places. Like, look, if you're a player that's making an absolute crap load of money for Fenerbahce, you might just stay. The 2024 EuroLeague women's team, like if you're there in Istanbul and you're living in luxury in Istanbul, why not? Like, why not? But, like, if you look at the Fenerbahce roster, like, players are going to choose to go overseas, so it's not just going to be some of the best players. Like, if you look at the Fenerbahce roster, you have, like, she's obviously, I'm pretty sure she plays for is that the same Uzun? It's the same Uzun who plays for the Wings. You also have Emma Messaman, who, I'm not joking, is one of the 15 best players probably in the world. She's just not playing the WNBA this year. She's unbelievably good. You also had Kayla McBride, All-Star. Fee Collier, All-Star. Kia Stokes, again, at different stages of the year, played for, what's their names? Played for the Aces. So, you're looking at some of these elite players, and some of these players will decide to stay. Some of the players like going overseas. So, you just never know what's going to happen. Some are making they'll be making a lot more money overseas than they are playing in this Unrivaled League. So, it is going to be interesting. Look, I think of the 30 players, you're going to see Caitlin Clark be announced. You're going to see Angel Reese. These are players that haven't gone overseas before. I think, considering the fact that Aaliyah Boston didn't go overseas last year, if it doesn't affect with her broadcasting, I think that's what she really wants to do in her off-season. We've seen And then we've seen players like Chinea Wumake do it in their offseason for years and then retire a bit early. So, like, that's not out of round possibility for some WNBA players. But this league is going to be interesting. I think it's going to keep a lot of players. It's not going to be the 30 best players. It's just not, because some of these players are going to get paid too much for their overseas team. Obviously, Fee Collier is not going to go back to Fenerbahce. But let's just say, hypothetically, you've got, like, a Kayla McBride, who they're trying to push into this league. She might just get more money. She might just get more money for staying with Fenerbahce. They might offer her a raise rather than playing in this league. And any player that's being offered this league, they have leverage with their overseas teams. So you just never know. But anyway, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.